Welcome guys to the first episode of Evision Talks. I'm your host, Evision. I want to suggest a series that I saw that came out last year in Netflix. It's based on a novel written by Gabriel Garcia Marquez called 100 Years of Solitude. It's more of a dramatic story, telling a story about a new beginning to a chaotic or conflicted storyline. But before I start, I want to give you my small opinion because this is only part 1. So welcome to my suggestion of what to watch and my review, small review of 100 Years of Solitude. So the series provides us with the marriage of two cousins, Jose Claudio Buendía and Úrsula y Gadán. Úrsula y Gadán doesn't want to have children because of the warning of her mother and because of her incestual marriage. It causes Jose Claudio Buendía, her husband and cousin, to commit a horrible act that he's haunted by his own conscience, and it caused him to find peace, live with Ursula at their hometown. They gather friends and other people, founding their own town called Macondo. Once they found the Macondo, they start to have many changes and many people from different regions or foreign lands to visit them and help them establish a culture, and also be inflected in the growth of politics and traditions. For the Buendía family, they decide to overcome their fear and have children of their own. However, this family starts to see conflict through the actions of their sons and future generations that will affect the whole family because of their incestual act, but also the town, even involving in conflictive politics, corruption, and even war. So the first highlight I can give you is magical realism. Magical realism is a type of style, genre of fiction or art that it is incorporated in the real world just to exaggerate a situation, a conflict, or any type of aspect the creators or the author want to play within the story. And I can say that magical realism is actually the best thing in this series. It gives life to see what really makes some characters important within the story, or what character traits we can identify from a certain character, or why does a certain action just goes to the extreme with no common sense. And I think that it is the beauty of this series. In the cinematic aspect, the shots have been taken through every episode relating to a certain conflict. Within the shots, they prove the drama that the family are having within any situation or any mystery they're uncovering, like any other series. But here I see that it is more helping us see the personal conflict a certain character is having, or a dilemma through a trauma that they're about to awake, if it's the correct term. I don't know. The point is that every shot helps us to understand the character's perspective, but also make us think for ourselves, is this person doing the right thing or not? Like at the beginning, you might see some characters distant even though they have a personal relationship, or you may see like an exaggeration, like a whole building about to get on fire, or you may see like people taking deep some situation without knowing what is really happening. These are some types of scenes that you're gonna see, and the way it is shown and worked, I'm just gonna say that I got very impressed and I start to love the series, and I'm hoping that in part 2 they do more of this. The actors in this series are top notch. They portray their characters almost similar to the books, and I believe that the actors literally did their job studying the characters and portray correctly themselves to bring them back to life, demonstrate the addictions, the mental conflicts. I cannot say mental illness because I don't think it's a mental illness. It's more like a this mental disorder. They portray all important details that are within the novel to the series. The best actor was the one who portrayed Jose Arcadio Buendia, from the young one to the older one. And yes, there are gonna be multiple change of characters because this series starts with the first generation and goes up to the fourth or fifth generation. So if you see a constant change of actors, that's the reason why. So 100 Years of Solitude is a series that really impressed me, and I will highly recommend it to all those who really love reading books, drama, or just the exaggeration a author or director can come up in a movie or in a book. I will highly recommend it. And for me, it really reminded me of when I was taking class with Los Bros del Podcast, Luis, Renato, Sebastián, and Alejandro, that we had to take those tests because we had to take this novel for a test, and it was a little bit complicated. But seeing it for the first time, and it's been a long time since I don't read the book, it made me feel like nostalgic. That's the correct word, nostalgic. And now I'm interested in heading the book if I can find it, so I can get ready to compare the book with the novel. Wait, what? I'm sorry. The book with the series. But yeah, thank you very much for seeing the first episode of Evision reviews and talks. I'll be doing more content about this. It may take me a little bit more time, but I'll give you my full opinion and critics. And if you're interested in a game, a series, or a movie that you really want me to check, hit it in the comments, and please subscribe so I can bring more content to you. And maybe I'm gonna go back with Los Bros del Podcast or another episode of this. But I'll see you guys next time. And please enjoy life.